What is up, everybody? Of course, here on your Monday night, before Monday Night Raw, we do have to see who took home last week's Monday Night Raw versus SmackDown in the Den. That is right. The most dominating tag team in wrestling media. The Salt Shakers are in the building. Nikki Bougie, Dreon Santana. And it is time for another episode of The Verses. We are here. We hope everyone is having a good week thus far. Santana, how do you feel about Raw and SmackDown from last week?
Of course, we were off of Elimination Chamber, so now
Mm.
everything is straight full ahead to WrestleMania. We're officially on the road to WrestleMania, so I feel like both shows were pretty decent. It's gonna be a lot to talk about on SmackDown, I'm gonna say, especially with that opening segment taking up half of the damn show. So I would say that Raw did a better job at, you know, everyone getting the ample amount of time for things
Yeah,
because a lot of people's stuff got cut short on
yeah,
SmackDown. So
that
I'm not
was
happy about
disgusting.
that. That was
That
terrible,
was- But
terrible for everybody.
we are gonna get into Monday Night Raw. We kick off, of course, the most important thing going into WrestleMania for the women's division, in my opinion, because we're not really hearing anything from Bailey and Io in the sense. Um, Rhea comes out and confronts her opponent. They both look amazing. Of course, Dom in the building. Hey Steph. Dom is in the building doing his thing. Making sure nobody touch mommy, cause he will beat the fuck out of somebody. But however, it seems like Rhea has an insurance policy right now because Nia Jax literally tormented Becky in the sense of demolishing her weeks before WrestleMania and really proving why. I know a lot of people are like, live, live, live. No, girl. Live has been knocked down to Tiffany Stratton tier. Like, girl, no. There was also a match between Sami Zayn and Shinsuke. Shinsuke thought he had the win. It was a very hard fought battle, but Sami Zayn did get the victory. I'm not sure what they have going on with his booking. I think it's a little confusing for both of them at this sense. And I just feel like it's just like let's create feuds where possibly previous history and other endeavors of their wrestling career past and present. Chelsea Green comes out and makes it very clear that she should have been in an elimination chamber instead of Raquel because Raquel kind of stole her moment. They did go one on one and Raquel did defeat her. Shout out to Ref Bay as well. But it's good to see Raquel back always in the ring. She's definitely gonna get. She would be like a mid card. Like if they had a mid card title, she would definitely be the women's intercontinental champion.
There
We
was speculation on that too that they may want to
yeah,
bring in a mid card, but I think they should have did that by now.
yeah.
Honestly,
There was also a face off. We see Dom again in the same stands. Judgment Day, Imperium, and then they also had a street fight. Imperium took on Kofi and Xavier and beat the hell out of them. I don't remember who won, but I think it was the New Day.
yeah,
Yeah.
they got their victory over the Imperium, honey.
I kind of fell asleep and I
I
didn't
think
go
beat
back
the
on.
hell out of them, honey. I'll tell you that.
So, yeah. Um, there was a victory over Indy and Candice, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah, with Zoe. Oh, Imperium won. Okay. Um, Zoe and Shayna got the victory on the tag team. Obviously, they're making their way closer and closer to the tag team titles, but um, this was pointless. So there it is. We also saw a Nia was facing Liv, but that really didn't matter. Becky had some unfinished business. She didn't give a damn. They had their brawl, and tonight they will face off 1-on-1. Cody Rhodes also won his main event match. Was it against Drew? No.
No, I forgot who he faced.
I don't, I'm drawing a blank. I literally added these pictures in. As long as he won.
That is true. He
Anybody in
faced
the
Grayson Waller.
Oh yeah. Okay. Not that memorable. But yes. A few hiccups tonight, but that's okay because it is what it is. We're not here to recap. We're here to say who's the best um, in the verses. So Becky Lynch and Nia Jax tonight. We also have Jay Uso and Drew McIntyre tonight as well. So Raw and 6:30, and there we are going to move on to SmackDown because there's obviously a debacle.
Mm, I would say a very big debacle on
40
SmackDown.
minutes.
40 minutes of what honestly, and even first of all, extra 10 minutes to go over into something that could have just really could just been wrapped up in an email. I'm not gonna lie. But before we truly really get into SmackDown, there was some breaking news that was brought to our attention today. Paul Heyman will be the first inductee into the 2024 Hall of Fame, and it's only right to bring that up since we are on Friday Night SmackDown. So shout out to Paul Heyman. I think that this is well deserved for him. And I mean, you're in Philly, home of ECW. Why the hell not would you not have Paul Heyman be inducted into the Hall of Fame? Now everybody's trying to figure out who should be the one to induct him. Should it be Roman? Should it be Brock? Should it be RVD? Should it be anyone else from ECW? I said Kayla Braxton because I feel like Paul Heyman and Kayla's had the biggest feud of this time, and I think it's only right if you have Kayla Braxton do the introduction for Paul Heyman. But I think this is great. I'm excited to see who else gets inducted into the Hall of Fame. Girl, y'all really don't have long before y'all really don't have long before y'all actually start to announce who's going to be inducted. I know they like to wait a month ahead, and then all these people just start coming out of nowhere. So, congratulations to Paul Heyman. Now we move on to the shit show of the opening of SmackDown, and well, Roman, he's out here. The crowd is not as excited to see him as they normally are. You know, the whole acknowledgement thing is starting to get bland out, and like I told y'all, eventually people won't get tired of looking at this man. Y'all can keep y'all ones in the air all day, but eventually people are getting tired of this man. And so then we move over into The Rock coming out, and then I mean it's just a big old thing or whatever, especially with Cody trying to get a match with The Rock. And Cody has been pressing for a match with The Rock, and The Rock is just like, you don't want to step in the ring with me. You don't want to step in the ring with me, Cody. Like, none at all like that. He started to give praises to Roman. He started to give praises to Solo. He started to give praises to Jimmy and everything like that. And it just seemed like, it really seems like, okay, as of right now, even with Rock saying that he acknowledges Roman Reigns, which I absolutely do not believe that he acknowledges Roman Reigns at all whatsoever. I personally think that Rock is playing a part, and knowing that the reason why he kept putting that L in the air is because that's exactly what Roman Reigns is going to get at WrestleMania. It's all of a facade. It's all fake. None of this is real at all whatsoever. Rock allowing himself to think that Roman thinking that The Rock is going to be on his side, this whole bloodline thing, it's not happening. And the rumors of them trying to add another person to the bloodline, wrap this shit up, please. We're done. Okay, there's no more. We're done with this. I'm trying to add
Well,
more people.
they have
Please,
Tama Tonga.
Tamatanga, they think Zilla Fatu, like y'all y'all just trying to grab anybody that's related to everybody and just bring them a part of this family. We're done. Okay? We're tired. Let's wrap this up, okay? He put the L in the air and signal for Bullet Club. Well, who knows? But to me, that L for me means that that's what Roman's gonna take at WrestleMania. Now, if Cody loses again, child, I have nothing else for you, Cody. I don't
But
at
what
all.
if Cody comes? I mean, what if Tomatonga comes and helps Cody?
Then I still have nothing else for Cody because you need some more friends. Honestly, you need to call on some people, tell them on standby or something to help you out because Roman's gonna always have people. Cody, you need to go gather you some people. You know, that's something I can say. I heard Ricky Starks' contract with AEW might be coming up soon. Go pull his ass over here, get him involved. Go grab all your people and bring their ass over here. So now we can truly have the real situation going on. So I don't know. But moving on to what a match could have been a lot longer. We got Tiffany Stratton versus Naomi. Pretty good, decent match between these two. Was thinking that Naomi was going to get the victory, but Tiffany Stratton has been on a true high horse. Honestly, like she's really, truly has been like dominating this women's division since she came into the main roster. You know, she may have taken the L at Elimination Chamber, but not in a bad way because she was still MVP. But with her match with Naomi, I'm trying to call her Trinity, but with Naomi, it was great for the most part. I know there's a lot of conversation about, oh, Naomi is getting buried, she left TNA for this, yada yada yada, and it's like Tiffany's been here. Not saying that Naomi haven't, but she hasn't. She went off, did her own thing, and then she came back. So now you kind of have to work your way up back into the sense. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not saying that she didn't deserve a win or whatever, but let's see how things play out. We're so quick to bash everything. Let's just see how things play out right now. Like I said, I was hoping for Naomi to get the victory, but like I said, Tiffany, she's been killing it. They have to build her. She's a new person on the main roster. They have to build her up. It's a must. You cannot take that momentum off of Tiffany at all whatsoever. Look at Kyrie Sane. She really hasn't won much, but those tag titles, and that's about it. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, she did cheat the win. So, I mean, Naomi is not done with Tiffany. I'm sure that this may be a few cooking up between these two, in a sense. So, who knows? LA Knight is on the hunt for AJ Styles, but unfortunately, because AJ Styles was not in the building tonight on SmackDown, Nick Aldis is looking weirdly at this chair, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And well, he lets LA Knight know that AJ Styles is not here. So girl, you have to wait till next week to figure out when that man's gonna come back because he's not here tonight. So you can go take you in that broken ass chair that he beat your ass with at Lunacy Chamber and go sit down because he's not here. Also, Grayson Waller and Theory were, of course, watching. They were watching the video of Logan Paul knocking the hell out of Randy Orton with those brass knuckles before he took the loss at Elimination Chamber, and didn't realize that Randy Orton had walked in on them at all whatsoever. And Randy was just back there, just laughing and kikiing as they watched it over and over again before he stepped up to Grayson Waller, and eventually they end up having a match later on tonight. So yeah, I do like Theory shirt. It's very much like O2 SmackDown, very old school SmackDown shirt that he had on. Then we move on to a blink of an eye match with Braun Breaker and Zion Quinn. Soon as the bell rang, Braun Breaker spears Zion Quinn 1, 2, 3, and that's that. Nothing more, nothing less. And Zion Quinn is a big dude, honestly, but Braun is just that damn dominant.
But guess what? He's a fucking loser.
Well, I can't do nothing about that. He hasn't even. This is the first time I remember we asked about Zion Quinn. I think about 2 weeks ago, and now he comes back, no beard, look like he belonged a part of the Shield, and gets speared just like that. He didn't even get a chance to breathe. I don't think like no offense or nothing, just done.
You know
So
who would approve of this?
Vince McMahon,
Yeah, baby.
Natalia,
Yeah, she would. That's how you dominate.
somebody's gonna. They had to, I feel like they had just had to run through this show. I'm not gonna lie. And then we get to what I knew was gonna happen, and that was you cannot trust Dakota Kai at all whatsoever. Point blank, period. She's shown her true colors in various different ways, and even if we wanted to believe her innocence, she has always been guilty. Her and Bailey had a tag team match against the Kabuki Warriors, and once again, a match like this did not last long, and now we truly have everyone a part of Damage Control turn on Bailey. Now, the thing is, who is going to be the person to come and be on the side of Bailey after she has done what she's done to all these people um, while she was the leader of Damage Control? Well, she might have a friend, maybe in Jade Cargill. Because Jade Cargill did run into Damage Control after they, laughed about what they did and everything to Bailey. And Jade Cargill is like, these some little kids around here. Y'all want to play, y'all want to be childish around here and everything. And she kind of looked like she wanted to take that title from Io. So I don't know, but Bailey girl, your friend is somewhere else playing hooky in other
Well,
promotions.
her real WWE friend is Charlotte, so that could also be.
Well, I mean,
Um,
she listen, she is working. She's popping squats now, all the way down. So, what about Roxanne Perez? I mean, if this gets her on the main roster, I guess I don't know. Um, I'm sure that, like I said, I'm sure that Bailey may still have someone that has some type of sympathy for her. Maybe a couple of people that may have some type of sympathy for her. Who knows? But we'll just have to kind of find out because right now Bailey is kind of on her own in this instance. The team that she brought together, the faction that she brought together, has now officially turned their back on her. And then we move on to other factions. We had Santos versus Carlito in a street fight, and the Apples were the star of the show because the crowd was so happy to see Apples. I guess they don't really have those in Arizona. I don't know, but they were really really happy to see this match, and of course. Eventually, somewhere down the line, Legado de Fantasmas, Angel Garza, and Umberto the apples did get cheered. They were happy to see those apples. I was. I'm a fruit lover unless they not fruit lovers. I don't know. But shout out to the apples. But yeah, so Angel and Berto got themselves involved and then out come Joaquin and Cruz getting themselves involved. And then after they got knocked down, Rey Mysterio comes out, who has been away for a very, very long time because of Santos. Um, Fakes his injury of still acting as if like he's on crutches, and then proceeds to beat the hell out of Angel and Umberto. Which resulted in Carlito getting this victory over Santos Escobar, and LWO reigns top supreme once again. But I'm very sure that we're going to end up having Ray versus Santos Escobar pretty soon. This seems that's where it wants to go because Santos has this goal of completely ending Rey Mysterio's career. And let's see if he can do that. I have no idea, but you never know. Anything is possible, but I don't know. This is Rey Mysterio. So I could see Zelina versus Elektra at WrestleMania. I don't know if that match would make it there, but I'm sure it'd be great for a Friday Night SmackDown. Moving on to the main event, we get Randy Orton versus Austin Theory. Kevin Owens was out rings, watching the match and everything, and really, really great, decent main event for SmackDown with Randy and Austin Theory. But Theory ends up getting the victory, and Kevin Owens and Randy. Well, Theory is gonna lose actually. He gets an RKO, and everybody gets laid the hell out. And then, of course, we move on to what's going to happen next week. Bobby Lashley versus Karrion Kross. There is a video package between those two, where finally these two are maybe in hopes of getting their hands on each other, the leaders of their own groups. And then Logan Paul will be making his unwelcoming return next week as well. So that's that for Friday night SmackDown and everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I think that for this week purposes, I think that Raw had a better show, only simply because of the fact of that really what Roman and The Rock were talking about wasn't even anything of significance. That was just really Rock was more so just out there calling people crackheads, meth heads, all kinds of things or whatever. And it's just like, okay, I don't know.
40 minutes of bullshit. Um, the Electra and Zelina
What?
comment of the night
What?
when you said it won't make it.
I don't think it will make it to WrestleMania. Like
Not WrestleMania worthy.
I don't think they even have a feud that's even leading. I mean, they haven't really. I mean, all they done was,
They could like main event NXT.
they could have main event NXT. They would, but I don't think that they would be on the card for Mania because
Bianca doesn't even have a match.
she doesn't. She wasn't even here. She wasn't even on SmackDown. So like,
If she's pregnant,
I'm not. I don't want to put that in my mind right now.
mm,
Not at this time. I kind of just want to,
I don't know.
I don't
Damn,
know. You know, who knows? But I don't know right now unless she comes out the blue and says, "Hey guys, the ESC is having a little ESC.
mm,
Congratulations, Tyrese video." But yeah, so that was pretty much Raw versus SmackDown. We're getting out of here pretty early because honestly, both shows they were equally amount, but I feel like Raw had a better show in a sense. But you know, we're on this road to WrestleMania, and I mean that it is what it is. But we'll, of course, we'll be back on tomorrow for NXT Roadblock and everything because we're all on the road for stand in.
that's
Okay,
Roblox.
wait, what the fuck are you? We're on the road to stand and deliver for NXT wise. Jesus, versus the
That's motherfucking
Cardinal Orange Juice,
Roadblock.
huh?
That's Roadblock.
I guess. Uh, well, all right. But yeah, so tomorrow is NXT Uncut Roadblock Edition. Don't know what's gonna happen there, but I'm sure Mr. Williams is gonna pop up and do what he does best.
Who the fuck is Williams?
Trick.
Is he? Does he have a match?
No, he doesn't, but Mello does.
Mm.
And I'm sure he'll find his way to stop Mello from getting that opportunity to go off and face Dragunov. Unless, you know, another black man trying to stop another black man from reaching his goals again.
Mm.
Typical. But yeah, so then on Thursday we'll be back for TNA wrestling post show, also including sacrifice predictions. And then we'll be back on Sunday for reality TV fix. This week, I will be trying to slide in some Paul's 2K 24 content for you guys and everything too. I just gotta get myself prepared and together for all of that there, and everything too. So, but other than that, we thank you guys as always for coming in and hang out with us here in the Shakkas Den. Shout out to Battleground Podcast as always for, of course, having us here doing our thing. Continue to follow us on all social media platforms at the Shakkas Den. You can follow Nikki's Twitch where she's starting her my career mode in
No,
2K24 for
I'm just,
NBA.
I'm just doing quick games. I killed the Suns again today. Shout out to Candace Parker. Shout out to Chelsea Gray. Putting up them. Putting up them. Score was like 94-61. So yeah, I'm until like WWE 2K, like you know, I'm gonna let it pass a little bit because I'm not streaming. I'm gonna stream it, but I'm not like doing no content on it outside of Twitch. But with the WNBA stuff, I am gonna put some on my YouTube and also on my Instagram too. So make sure you check out my Instagram. I got food and dining. I've been opening up a little more. I'm doing more like cultural arts, and more like black businesses. Everything that I've been doing mostly. Bad review on Old Gilman in Chattanooga. Bad service. I did dress like Janet Jackson. I was dressed like Lorianne Gibson. They just couldn't take.
Oh, cat.
Sometimes people just can't take it. And I wrote him a long ass message. That ticket I wrote all the way down and then I turned it around and then I wrote all the way down. And you know, people just have to understand like and then I had to tell a lady at the nail salon, like, like you sit there with your privilege staring at me. You're making me feel uncomfortable. I put a lot of money. Like people don't understand that. Like a lot of us that are black entrepreneurs, black content creators, black workers, we put a lot of fucking money into these businesses. And we don't get paid. Well, I don't get paid for my content. That's the thing. So when
Mm-hmm.
I'm making this content, like move the fuck around. So if you think that you gonna be shitty to me in my own motherfucking city, bitch, you better get the fuck on with your ugly ass, bitch, big back ass. Let me get the fuck on. But yeah, I got some shit going on, and I've been making a reel pretty much like every day. I'm going to the Tennessee State Museum tomorrow as well, before NXT, so I'll make a reel for that. But you know, check out all of our own content and our content as well, because at the end of the day we always working, working together. You are encouraged by the person you're working with. So Santana always encourages me, and I try my best to encourage her as much as well. And excuse me, it's a two-way street. So sometimes it's hard to clip everything and download everything and do all this, but sometimes I just sit in my fucking car after I'm recording and I organize everything and I record like I'm editing, and I do it like that. And I've been doing voiceovers and shit. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna try to hop on 2K. I'm gonna try to do some commentary at least. Um we definitely need to go live. Like Friday nights are good now because
He said say content.
content. How you doing? We definitely need to go live Friday nights. I think that is gonna allow us to have time to really,
Mm,
so but stay tuned.
I gotta get my remote play thing set up on my. 'Cause I don't have my remote play set up for my PS5 now. I only had it for my PS4, so I gotta set that up on here on my computer or my
Yeah,
desktop. So we'll see. We'll definitely keep you guys posted and everything. That just means that y'all need to show up and hang out with us if y'all want to see us play the game and stuff, because it gets intense. I will say that it does.
especially
It,
on
it it really really does.
we did good last night though.
We did really good on Fortnite,
We didn't
especially for
yell.
we did not yell, but I'm sure when we're in the moment, like
I was good, but I died 3 times.
I was like, all right, bro.
Drop,
I was like, okay.
drop.
I acknowledge Bailey.
I get on
Bailey
the
is
game
amazing.
tonight. All
Mm-hmm.
right, peace and oh, oh,
All right, you guys have a great rest of your night. Enjoy Monday Night
mm.
Raw. We'll be back here tomorrow for NXT Roadblock. We'll be back for NXT Roadblock. Uncut in the Den. Of course, this has been Raw versus SmackDown, and in the Shakkas Den, where of course it is invite only.